All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time to get real about relationships and dating, and I got a strong group of women to do it with. This is Straight Talk. All right, so let's meet today's panelists, everybody. First of all, she's been here before. She's an author, a doctor of clinical psychology, and the host of WE TV's Marriage Boot Camp. Please welcome my buddy, Dr. V. And you've seen her on VH1's Love and Hip Hop, and soon she'll be launching K Lavender Beauty. Give it up for my buddy. This is Nia Riley. The group Blackstreet, Teddy Riley, that's his daughter. Wow. And last but certainly not least, she's a host and author. Put your hands together for my longtime friend, Carrie Keegan. All right, ladies, welcome to the show. Let's get started. A recent psychology article stated that there's nothing wrong with a little jealousy in a relationship, as long as you're using it as a way to check yourself and to communicate with your partner. Now, has jealousy ever made your relationship better?
I don't think jealousy has ever made any of my relationships better. None of mine. It made them more intense, dramatic, stressful. And I always think because it's the male. I feel like they're the more jealous ones in the relationship. At least with me, they are.
Yeah.
I have a little different story than that. So I'm not a jealous person. It's just not, I always thought that I was being an adult by not being jealous. But I learned this year, after a really bad breakup, I was in a relationship for 3 years. He came back from a trip and he started acting different. So things started to trigger for me a little bit. Then I saw something on Twitter that bothered me. So then I started digging. And then I started seeing more. I find out through all of my social media exploration that he, in fact, had multiple girls on the side. He had a relationship for a year with someone else. Not only did his friends know, but his mom and dad knew and would watch the two of us come and go, one right after the other.
So in that situation, jealousy helped you?
Well, in that situation, had I been jealous, even just a little bit, enough to go, hey, what was that? Hey, I just looked at your Instagram. Why'd you like that girl in a bikini? You know, what's that about?
Yeah.
Opened up a conversation where he would have to defend himself. That could have saved me 3 years of a complete waste of time.
Yes. Wow. Jealousy can be helpful. It operates on a spectrum like any emotion, right? So everyone's gonna get angry, but not everyone's gonna go Hulk. Scientists theorize that jealousy is a biological imperative. What it means is that we evolved the emotion of jealousy to ensure the best reproductive mate. So your feelings of jealousy can actually be very helpful if they're not on the other end of the spectrum where they're becoming harmful.
Right. You know, I can understand it. You made a point about guys being jealous. Guys are jealous for two reasons. First of all, we're protective and we're possessive. Am I jealous in my relationship? You best believe it. And my wife knows that. You know, if you're pushing up on my girl, you can't do that, man. To me, that's disrespectful. So you can call it jealousy if you want to, but if you're pushing up on my girl and I see you, I'm gonna step to you. It ain't gonna be no, hey, what's going on? I know what's going on. I'm gonna step right up to you. You can call it jealousy if you want to, but she mine. She belongs to me. Now, I said that one time and somebody got mad. Your wife is not an item. She doesn't belong to you. Yes, she does. She belongs to me, and I belong to her. I'm hers, and she mine. So is jealousy good, doctor?
Well, what I'm asking you, does it make your relationship better? That's the question.
I think it
You
does.
can have your feelings, but does these situations make you feel good? Do they make you feel better? Do they strengthen the relationship?
I don't know. I asked my wife, but I think my wife realizes, wow, I got a man that ain't playing about me. I am not playing about my wife. This ain't my girlfriend.
Yeah.
This ain't just some chick I'm seeing. This is my wife, man.
Okay, but there is another side to that. So my situation, he was jealous towards me. but really that was him trying to deflect all the crap he was doing.
Absolutely.
So you have to ask questions. You have to be in a relationship where you can say, why are you jealous? Okay, you have no reason to be jealous because of me, but like, I understand the situation. But sometimes it's a trigger. Sometimes it's because if you're not asking the question, you're getting screwed.
If a guy is always accusing you of something,
He's doing something.
that is, I think that is deflecting.
Lesson learned.
Because no man really likes to walk drama into himself, into his own house. No man likes to start a fire in his own house. We really do like peace.
Sometimes they like a piece.
Well, we gonna go to break on that right there. We'll be right back. We got more Straight Talk when we come back, everybody.
Up next.
50 Shades of Grey is so unreal. He ain't out there. I'll tell you what, you ain't gonna like getting tied up.
Okay, but
right
that's
now.
not
These ropes is too tight. All right, everybody, I'm back with our Straight Talk panelists today, Carrie Keegan, Nia Riley, and Dr. V. All right. Now, this next topic might get a little racy, so make sure your kids are out of the room. All right, we're gonna get into it. Relationship experts are saying that building a sex menu where you list your likes and dislikes and things you want to try in the bedroom can have a positive impact on your sex life because it starts some much needed but sometimes awkward conversations. Have you ladies ever sent a sex menu to someone you're dating?
I've never even heard of it before.
I've been married for so long, I don't need a sex menu. I walk into the restaurant and I ask for the usual.
Oh.
and I'll ask for extra dessert on my birthday.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I like to be more spontaneous. I don't want to have a conversation about it. I think it is awkward. Like, so we like to do, like, you want me to touch you right there? Or you like a little I think that's awkward.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
What if he was texting you early in the day and say, ooh, the things I'm gonna do to you later?
That's like sex.
How about that? Yes.
I mean, I guess that is another way of like,
I mean, that's like all day foreplay. That's cool. I think that's one of the coolest things that happened was 50 Shades of Grey came out. And that instantly got people that were in relationships to start talking about what it is that they want.
That is so unreal. 50 Shades of Grey is so unreal. He ain't out there. You ain't finna do all that.
He's out there.
Oh, he out there. But I'll tell you what, you ain't gonna like getting tied up.
Okay, but that's not
These ropes is too tight.
I think what you're saying, Carrie, it seems like you're touching on something much deeper, that we don't really live in a society that promotes sex-positive conversation. This movie possibly promoted sex-positive conversation among couples.
I mean, look, the average guy is not Christian Grey. But y'all ain't that girl either, though. So hold up, you ain't finna do all that.
Grey will make us.
Now, if your man come home with all this stuff from the book, he got another problem. Where you get all this from?
What made you want to get all this?
Yeah, well, so where you saw this here? First of all, you got to go to work. He got to go to work. You got to be there tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that. You all up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to rig up this trampoline. Trying to build something you done seen in 50 Shades of Grey.
He's mad.
I'm telling you right now, you ought to just do 2 shades of blue and go sit down somewhere. All right, ladies, let me ask you a question. Let's say you're in a relationship. How would you react? You're single, you're married. If your mate sent you a sex menu.
Okay, let me
Do
tell
you deliver?
Do you deliver? Oh, okay. Do you deliver?
I think I would deliver. It's not a stranger. Like, that's awkward.
Yeah.
But if, we've been into this for a minute and I think I'm a deliver.
Yes.
I'm delivering groceries.
Suppose there's something on this menu that you've never tried.
If my husband, 2 decades together, we have a very specific dynamic, a very specific way of communicating. If he emailed me some sex menu, I'd be like, what are you reading and who are you sleeping with? I mean, come on.
Because where did that come from?
Yeah, where did that come
See,
from?
that's what I said.
Yeah.
Ladies, thank you all for coming today. Hey, Neil,
Having us.
tell your daddy I love Teddy Riley.
Tell
You
him.
tell your daddy I said that. Carrie, thank you. Dr. V, thank you so much. We'll be right back. All right, everybody, we're back, and we're getting straight talk on everything concerning like love, life, relationships, and there's just stuff in general around the world. It's time to take questions from our viewers around the country who are ready to talk back. So again, if you have kids watching, it could be a good time to have them leave the room. All right, let's see our first question.
Hey everyone, I'm Haley from New York. I watch you guys on WNBC TV. And my question is, I just started seeing this guy and we started fooling around and I think he's perfect and I really like him. But there is just one small problem in the bedroom. Does size really matter?
In general, it's a matter of what satisfies you. Somebody cannot be, they don't have to be well endowed in order to satisfy your needs.
Absolutely. I've had a partner. Actually, everyone believes he's so well endowed. Anyway, we dated for like a year and a half. But even though he's not, it was very passionate. He made up for it in a lot of other areas. It was very passionate sex. It was amazing.
Come on.
It was amazing.
You know, if someone loses a sense, like if you were blind, you have your other senses become very heightened, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't, okay, go with me. I'm just making this up.
You lost
I know where
me.
you're going. I know where she's
If you don't
going.
maybe have that in your back pocket, front pocket, whatever, then maybe you make up for it in other ways. You've maybe found oral sex to be the thing that you really have worked on in your life, right?
That you excel at.
I
You
love
excel at.
how clean you're making this.
You're like, come on, or maybe there are toys that you've brought into the bedroom. You've learned other ways to stimulate your partner, and then and sometimes that can be way better for a woman than just a guy who's like, all right, let's get to it.
All right, let's take a look at our next question.
Hi everyone, hi Steve. My name is Michelle and I watch your show every day on WNBC New York. And I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think that I should date someone that doesn't want to get married when I do? And do you think that I can change someone's mind on something like this?
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
I want to say no. I want
wanna
to
say
start
no.
off with the no.
But if you want different things, and even if you want different things at the same time in your life, you could wait 10 years for that person to be ready. And it might not even be, maybe it's just not you. You know what I mean?
This is true. Yeah, I want to say no. I want to be like, run. And that's probably the advice I would give her because you have to be equally yoked in your ideals, your morals, everything.
Timing,
Timing, everything's got to be right. But at the same time, have you never seen a guy that said he never wanted to be married?
Oh, yeah.
And then he meets somebody and now they're engaged.
I'm going with no on this. You're wasting your time, even if it takes a year for him to change his mind or 10 years or whatever. The point is, that's a year, that's time that you could have been meeting other people that are in the same place in your life that want the same things.
It's not worth the risk.
And by the way, if you break up and then you find out that he ended up getting engaged and married, you're gonna be hurt.
But see, he just met you. He don't know you. He don't know that he want to get married in the next 3 years, because that's your time frame. That's an unfair thing to put out there. I want to be married in the next 3 years. That determines whether you're going to date him or not. No guy is going to say, well, yeah, because he know you talking about yourself. And that's the biggest problem women have. Like you said, you've never met a man that didn't say he didn't want to get married. All men say that, because we know that's what you want to hear. So we all say, yeah, I see myself married with a family and in love and kids and a nice house. And then you go, oh, girl, I done met him. No, what you didn't hear him say was he wanted all that with you. You just heard him say he wanted it. That's the game we play. We know you all want to hear that.
Right.
So we tell you what you want to hear. You've all heard it from every guy you've ever dated.
I was in a long-term relationship with 8 years with somebody who said that they wanted to get married and said that they wanted to have kids. And I kept thinking that those things were true. And those actions never met up with the words. And eventually I got very, very resentful.
Yes.
And I was more mad at myself than anyone.
Right.
So I think,
And wasted time.
Wasted
Look how much
time.
time you wasted.
But like you
Depends on how
said,
much
though,
time went
the
on.
words didn't match up with the actions.
Right.
Now, ladies, if you take your heart out of it, you figure it out really quickly.
True.
That's
You
true.
end up getting mad because you know this. A man that wants to marry you, it's a certain way he gonna act. We're very simple creatures. We are not difficult at all. We ABC, we about as deep as a puddle. That's it. You don't need no rocket science to figure us out once you understand it. But you cannot think for 1 minute that we think like you on any level, because we don't. Yeah. Ladies, you were great today. I think this is really, really, these questions were right up in your wheelhouse. I really enjoyed it. Big hand for the ladies, everybody. Thank you all for being here. We'll be right back, y'all. So if you've tuned in before, you know that these panels can get a little racy sometimes. So if you have kids watching, now be a good time for them to leave the room. All right, first topic. Lisa Rinna recently admitted that she has nothing in common with her husband, Harry Hamlin. But they've managed to keep the spark alive in their 20-year marriage. If you have different interests, ladies, how much should you compromise in a relationship?
Look, if you want to stay married and you want to stay in a relationship, you better learn to like some stuff that your husband likes.
That's right.
Period.
I think it's okay to be different.
Huh?
My husband and I are very different.
Well,
Very.
opposite attracts.
That's
I heard
right.
opposite attracts. I'm very different.
I mean, I went for a hot nerd, Steve.
A hot nerd.
A hot nerd.
Wow, where'd you find that one at?
Chicago.
But here's the thing. I think that opposites attract. I don't necessarily believe that opposites last. Because as you get older and you mature in life cycles, you got to have some stuff in common.
Well,
You
I
can't just
actually
be
know,
like, I'm over here, I'm over there, and we live separate lives in the same house.
I know
sure they
Lisa
have
and Harry,
something.
though, and they have a big spark. And yes, they're very different, but that's a good thing. I mean, you have to keep it going and keep it alive with the different interests, don't you? It gets...
Marjorie and I are very different, but we also have common things. Both of us are homebodies. I like to be home, she likes to be home.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
So I ain't got no problem with it.
Ladies, you ain't got no problem.
Let's go. Ladies, a recent survey showed that 56% of men and 54% of women want to discuss marriage after they've been dating for 6 months. Is 6 months enough time to get to know someone?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm 29 years old. I still have some time to get to, I don't fully know myself. So how can you get to know somebody in 6 months? That's, you know what I mean? That's extremely too soon.
I'm different. I'm on the other side there. I mean, I was married, divorced, and then met my husband, and I knew the first night. And people say, oh, that's cheesy, but I knew. I said I'd never felt safe like that before, and I knew.
That's gonna be a hell no. Look, in 6 months, you are still dating somebody's representative. You don't even know who they are. Now, on my show, To Rome for Love, I took 5 women to Rome to date Italian men, and I had to constantly remind them that a great first date does not mean it's time to start planning a wedding. And like does not mean love. So just relax and ease into this thing.
Yeah. Okay, ladies, I'm gonna let you in on a male secret. Something you've never heard before. A man knows in 6 months if you're the one.
Oh!
I got news for you. We know in 6 months is you the one. We're not gonna tell you this, but we know in 6 months is you the one. We ain't got nothing else for you. I promise you we don't.
But wait.
We are very simple. If you have what we want to offer, if you have to offer what we want, In 6 months, we know. And then we ain't going nowhere. That's the secret to the whole thing.
Maybe it is women that need one more time, because I don't believe in those quickie meet, engagement, get married right away.
Neither do I.
Because when two people get married, Steve, hear me out. You stand there and you're gonna pledge your life to somebody for forever. And in your heart, I think people really believe it's gonna be forever.
Yeah.
But forever is a long time. So what is the rush?
But let me
Also,
tell you
I'm
something.
so not into this whole, oh, but take your time and you're not sure. Listen, when you know, you kind of know. You know.
But you know what?
Sorry.
Now listen
you
to me.
knew.
I'm not promoting everybody should get married after 6 months, because you shouldn't.
No.
But listen to what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
Men know if you're the one after 6 months. Now, that don't mean it's some stuff we need to find out. It doesn't mean that the discovery stage is over.
Right.
I think there's more things you need to discover. But initially, it takes us 6 months to figure out if you the one or not. If it's not, we gone. Trust me.
That's real talk.
Hey, let's go. Up next, Jeff Goldblum and Steve Martin have become first-time parents in their 60s. Are there benefits to become a parent later in life? We're going to hear what the panel got to say when we come back. All right, everybody, we're back with our Straight Talk panel. My girl, Tyronda Jones, Jenny Poulos, and Diane Valentine. Okay, let's get right back into it. Jeff Goldblum has become a new father at the age of 62. TV show host Hoda Kotb became a mother at 52. George Clooney had twins at 56. And Steve Martin had his first child at 67. Now, Jenny, you had children in your 40s.
Yeah, I just had my daughter.
Do you think there's benefits to becoming a parent later in life?
100%. And I say anybody that is thinking about it and thinking I'm too old, go for it. I am still immature. You know, I think my daughter's embarrassed of me now. Imagine what she would have been in my 20s. You know, I'm a rapper, things like that. She's got to say stuff like that at school. But it's keeping me young. It's keeping me motivated. It's keeping me wanting to be there for my kids and stay young. And I know with my mom, you know, she's in her 80s and she helped raise my sister's kids. And she went through a divorce and had a depressed time. And those kids kept her going.
Can I tell you something, though? My mom had me at 42. And my mother was so much older than the other kids' mama. You know, my mama come up to the school. You know, my mom was 52 up at the school. Other kids' parents was 30, 32. My mom was 52. You know, my mother could have been their mother.
Right.
But it's very different, like she says now. It's new. And plus, they were poor. That has a lot to do with it.
Right.
I'm telling you it does.
Yeah.
Because if poverty has been on you and set on you, and it done aged you and wore you out, and you ain't got the money for help and assistance and medical care and prenatal and all like that, it can be tough.
It can be. You know, I did IVF and I fought for this second baby. And, you know, every shot, every injection, everything was so worth it. And to see her with her sister. And so, you know, I think that a soul is supposed to come into the world. It's supposed to come. And if you're supposed to be a parent, whether that's through adoption, you got to go for it. And you can't look back, you know? And that's my feeling.
There is anything my husband could say to me to convince me to have a baby in my 40s, no way, no how. Now, I had my daughter when I was 20 years old, and my daughter grew up with me. You know, she traveled the world with me. My career took off when she was probably 8 or 9 years old. And so she traveled the world. She lived in airports and around the world with me. She grew up with me, and she saw the struggle. She saw the struggle of a single mother become this successful business owner. And I feel like if I had my daughter now, she would be awful. Like, there's no way I want a baby and a car seat and school and PTA.
It's a lot when you're
Ain't
old.
doing none of that.
It's a lot when you're
getting
old.
passports and we bouncing. That's all we doing.
I agree with what Jenny's saying. If a soul is due in this world, a soul is due in this world.
Agree.
And if it happens later in life, I think it's all right. All right, let's move on to the next one. Tisha Campbell Martin recently filed for divorce from her husband. However, she just congratulated him publicly on an upcoming project. Do you think that being close with an ex can hurt the chances of you moving on?
It depends on the circumstances. My ex and I'm still his emergency contact when the alarm system goes off. And one day it went off. It just happened recently. It went off, and they called me to make sure everything's okay. And I said, well, I'm not there. Let me call and make sure. And when I called, his girlfriend picked up, and I said, I'm just trying to make sure y'all good over there because the alarm went off. She got mad. We good.
So how come you're still the emergency contact?
He just never taken it off. And then after I had that conversation with her, I just called him and told him, just take it off. But I don't see anything. It depends on the circumstance. We were together for a really
emergency contact.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, you don't.
Come on.
You might not have. You might not want to have nothing to do with him. And he hanging on to the connection.
Say that, Steve.
You cannot let your ex call your house and your current pickup and you don't do nothing about that. Your partner, you got to do something about that.
And you know what?
I agree. Unless you have kids.
I do not understand when people break up, right? And all of a sudden they say, you know, my ex-husband is my best friend. We're such good friends now. Like, how about if we are divorced and we don't need to co-parent, we are not gonna be best friends. I done gave you all my young years, all my skinny years. It is over. I am done. Now I got to regroup for the next love affair.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We ain't friends.
All right, let's move on to the next one. Up next, what do you do when your significant other friends don't like you? Uh-oh. We're gonna see what the ladies have to say about that when we come back. All right, everybody, we're back getting straight talk on everything involving love, relationships, and, you know, just what's going on in the world. It's time to take questions from our viewers around the country who are ready to talk back. So let's see our first question.
Hi, Steve. My name is Taylor, and I watch you on WBTM 13 in Birmingham, Alabama. I just recently met my boyfriend's college buddies, and they seem to not like me. They crack jokes on me, and they left a couple rude comments on my Facebook page. How can I talk to my boyfriend about this without coming between him and his friends?
Look
That
at here.
ain't her boyfriend if he not coming to her defense. If that's your man, he gonna make sure he comes to your defense. I don't want nobody who's not gonna defend me, because that's part of protecting me. I don't want nobody who's not gonna protect me or defend me. Bye.
That's right. That's right.
But here's the bigger issue. She looked like she's in college, bless her heart, bless her heart. She's young. When you're young, you kind of tolerate a lot of stuff.
Right.
What she don't realize is that birds of a feather flock together. So if his friends are doing that, he is probably not the amazing bae that she thinks she is in her mind.
Well, my friend had this same thing happen, and she said a couple years later he wasn't friends with any of those people anymore. And they did the same thing to her, and they were mean, and she was shy, so it wasn't even about her. She just didn't get into it with them, so then they immediately didn't like her.
Why is his friends on her Facebook or Instagram commenting mean things anyway? You have no business being
Stirring it up.
But obviously he must be saying things to them, embedding thoughts in their heads to where they think it's okay to go on her
Right,
Facebook.
that's it.
Right.
He has given them permission
That's right.
to talk to her like that.
Two things. Either he's weak or he ain't your man.
Yes.
No guy is gonna let you disrespect his girl. And he know you. He gonna step to you, period. Period. Yo, my man, you can't do that, period. Now, if you're not his girl, he don't care, or he's weak. Either way, you should be done.
That's right.
If he's weak, what do you want with that? And if he ain't your man, what do you want? I say he's out. I say he's
out.
Agree.
Yes.
All right, our next question comes from Twitter. My fiance and I have decided to wait until we're married to have sex. Our friends are trying to be supportive, but sometimes I feel really judged. Some say that we'll get divorced if we wait and find out the sex is bad. Should we cave in and have sex before we say I do?
No.
No, if that's something they agreed to do or that's a mutual agreement that they had, you stick to that. You don't have people telling you. That means he's weak. You going off with your friends saying this might be this. Or
Run your own race.
Yeah.
Who cares what everybody else says?
If that's a mutual agreement they had, stick with it.
Oh boy, here goes Deb.
Look, let me tell you single women in this audience something. Your girlfriends will mess you up. You cannot take everybody's advice for everything. Now, if you have a conviction about something and it has been established in your relationship, why on God's green planet would your girlfriends want to give you their 2 cents?
Exactly.
See, people that are single enjoy being part of that single crowd.
Right.
So indirectly, it could be jealousy that is even creeping into their opinion when they're giving it.
Yeah, Diane.
Now, that's the truth.
Sex is one of them things where if you love a person, you could find a way to make it good. So many people is in love with the sex and ain't in love with the person, and how you think that's gonna work? Ladies, thank you for being here today. Really good panel. I love the different viewpoints and the way you all interact. I thought it was great today. Big hand for the ladies, everybody. If you got a question for our panel, hit us up on our Facebook page. We'll be right back, everybody.